ACL access control lists. Are you studying to pass the CCNA exam? Maybe you want to take this exam and you are still confused around ACLs and how to start with them. I have a really cool example and things that will be very easy to follow. Let's give it a go. Imagine we have a building. There is a security guard. We have two guys who want to get into that building. We have 3 offices over there, 1, 2, and 3. Our security guard has 2 lists. The first one says, coming from. I will allow people who say they've come from London, New York, Warsaw. If they say, you know what, I have just arrived from Oxford or Washington, no, you are not allowed. The second list says where I want to go to. I want to go to Office 1, this is okay. I want to go to Office 2, no, this is not allowed. Office 3, yes. Anything else, no. This means that if this guy says, I am from London, I want to go to Office 1, our security guy goes, okay, fair enough, you can go. The second guy says, I am from New York, I want to go to Office 2. The security guard goes, sorry mate, you are not allowed to get into my building. This is the idea behind ACL. If we're going to use the first list only, coming from, this is a standard access list. I am interested in this piece of information only. Where are you coming from? Of course, when you think about networks, it's about permit and deny. Here, to simplify, I can say permit London, permit New York, permit Warsaw, deny any. When we go to a Cisco device, we'll replace London with an IP address. That's it. Going to is an extended access list. It's not enough to say where you're coming from. I want to know what you want to do. I want to know where you're going to. This is a more sophisticated option, gives you more flexibility. Here is a slide that summarizes everything that I've said so far, standard and extended access lists. I hope it makes sense. I know you want to connect to a Cisco device and give it a go. Here is my topology. I have a test PC, 192.168.7.137. A test router. This router has 2 interfaces, F0, which is .35, and G8 that takes me to the internet. There is no IP address because I'm not really interested in that interface. Let's connect to my test PC. Okay. What do we want to achieve? I have my test PC. I want to block access. I don't want this test PC to access something on my router or on the internet. When you think about a standard access list, the best example I can give you is telnet access or VTY line. This is the best place that you can go to if you want to apply a standard access list. Why? We can use a source IP address only. You can imagine it's not enough. We want to have more information. We want to have a destination IP address, a protocol, other things that we can use to filter information. So a source IP address is not enough, and you will not find standard access lists in many places. They are pretty unique and very often found in VTY lines. Do you know VTY lines? They are for telnet access. So this is the best example I can give you, because anything else is in most cases designed to use an extended access list. So let's give it a go. I say IP access list. I can have a standard or extended access list. I say standard. I can give it a name or a number. Let's go for a number. Let's say number 1. I can permit or deny. What do we want to do? Let's say I want to permit host 192.168.7.137. Do I have to say deny any, like in my example a few minutes ago? Do you remember deny any? No, because a Cisco device will have this implicit deny command at the end. But a lot of people do that because it's good for logging purposes. You will see that when you do some show commands. Show access lists 1. We have 2 lines. The first one says permit this IP address, deny everything else. How to apply it? We go under line. I hope you know lines. This is a pretty basic exercise for a Cisco student. We have quite a few lines over here, so let's go for all of them. And here, access class 1. Is it in or out? This is the most confusing part. What do you mean in or out? I always say picture yourself as this router. Take your arms and say your left arm, you're looking at the screen at the moment. Your left arm is your fast Ethernet 0, this interface. Is this traffic going into your arm or out of your arm when 192.168.7.137 wants to telnet to F0, to this router? Is this traffic going into your arm or out of your arm? Here is your arm, right? Over here. That's you, and this is your left arm. Well, it's going in, right? This PC is going to telnet into this router. So it's in. That's it. Show run section VTY. We have quite a few things over here. It's divided into sections for some older devices that didn't support so many lines. But we can see access class 1. I can do the show command again, and I can see it's over here. I can try and telnet to this device to show you that you will see some logs over here. I can telnet. It will apply to SSH as well, of course, but I can just open a new session. There we go. 2 matches. Why? Because I'm trying to telnet into this router at the moment. Does it make sense? Okay. Extended access lists now. An extended access list, it's not just a source IP address, it's a protocol and destination. So what can we do? Well, I am on this PC, 7.137. I can ping 4.2.2.2, an IP address on the internet. Let's block it. IP, access list, extend it. Let's use a number like 100. Again, permit, deny. What do we want to do? We want to deny. I want to deny any traffic. You can see a lot of protocols, but we'll keep it simple. IP from 192.168.7.137 where? To host 4.2.2.2. It's IP. This means ping ICMP as well. Everything. Of course, I could be more specific. I could say ICMP, TCP on port 80. It's up to you. I want to keep it really simple here. Do not forget, permit IP any. Do you remember this one? It was deny any or deny any. But if you want to permit everything else, you have to make sure that this line is over here, because it's going to block everything if you forget about this. So do not forget. As you can see, I can still ping. Well, I have not applied this access list yet. Show IP access lists 100. You can see we have deny from this IP address to this IP address. Let's apply it. Interface F0. over here. IP access group. It's a different command, I know. I don't know why on a Cisco device it's not the same as VTY lines, but it isn't. 100, again, in or out? F0. Is it in or out? Well, it's the same like VTY. It's in. It's going into this router. Here we go. Ping failed. Show IP access lists. 100. We can see some matches, but can I ping something else like 8.8.8.8? Yes, I can. Why? Because I specified from this IP address to this IP address. I want to be very specific with an extended access list. This is a high-level overview of access lists, and I hope that you understand them a bit better. If you have any questions, feel free to ask.